Let's first welcome to the ring from Mexico, the undefeated Marcos Ramon Zurdo Vazquez.
El Zurdo Vazquez. That means lefty, southpaw, just like Gilberto Ramirez. But tough Mexican, undefeated, 20 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 10 by knockout. Tall for the weight as well, almost 6 foot. I mean, this is what you want to see on a big card. When you're on an undercard on a big card, you're going to face another either unbeaten fighter, another one on your level. Someone's gotta go. It sounds cliche, but this is what undercards are all about. Make or break.
Well, when you look at the record 20-0-1, it's very sparkly, but when you dig into those numbers, Chris, only 9 of his 21 opponents had winning records, and only 5 of his foes came into bouts with him off a victory.
Yeah, he certainly has had some soft touches on that resume, but as we saw with the last fight, you know, sometimes the record, who knows what you're going to get in a fight like this, and I think you're going to get a good test here from Steven Nelson, who is one of the bigger punchers right around that weight class.
According to the Fan Zone, you guys like So Cold Steve Nelson, 66% to 34. Join Fan Zone on the DAZN app now. Fighting in the United States for the first time ever. All 21 of his prior bouts were in Mexico.
And now let's welcome to the ring from the United States, undefeated Steve So Cold Nelson.
So here comes Steven So Cold Nelson, who's facing his biggest challenge in the ring, while simultaneously, Chris, dealing with the biggest challenge of his life outside the ring.
Yeah, Steven Nelson turned pro at the age of 29, Army veteran, big, strong, super middleweight, 15 knockouts on his resume. His fights only average about 4 rounds per fight. He has had some issues outside the ring. He last fought on the Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence undercard last year, so he's going through a long layoff boxing related. In April, he was arrested for his involvement in a shooting that resulted in a 14-year-old girl being shot. That case will go to trial later this year. But he is, as a fighter, someone that has been a fixture on these Terrence Crawford undercards in recent years. Trained by Brian McIntyre, lives and trains in Omaha, Nebraska. So he's hoping that this big stage, this big spotlight for Terrence Crawford will generate some eyeballs towards him as well.
Skill-wise, Sergio, how do you rate Steven Nelson?
Really good. Really good fighter. Crafty, strong, smart, long reach, very long reach. Excellent counterpuncher.
(19-0), 15 KOs, and as you see on your screen, was an Olympic alternate back in 2012.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with 10 rounds scheduled in the super middleweight division. Brought to you by Riyadh Season and the General Entertainment Authority, GIA. And promoted by Eddie Hearns, Matchroom Boxing, Frank Warren for Queensberry Promotions, Sella and Gold Star Promotions in association with League One. It is sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission, Chair Peter Villegas, Executive Officer Andy Foster. Our 3 judges assigned will be Max DeLuca, Robert Hoyle, and Alejandro Roshin. Our referee in charge will be Ray Corona. Introducing to you first, fighting tonight out of the red corner, he comes to the ring wearing a white with blue and weighed in officially at 167.6 pounds. Coming to us from Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico, he brings an undefeated record with 20 wins, 1 draw, 10 of his 20 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Marcos Ramon El Zurdo Vazquez. And his opponent across the ring fighting tonight out of the blue corner. He comes to the ring wearing a light blue with red and weighed in the same as his opponent, 167.6 pounds. Hailing from Omaha, Nebraska, USA, he is undefeated with 19 wins. 15 of his 19 wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Steve So Cold Nelson.
So cold. Aquí. Protector. Let's go, gentlemen. Mouthpiece. Good. Right here is good still. Right here is good still. You want to touch gloves, do it now. God bless.
Steven Nelson, the U.S. Army veteran, preparing for the biggest fight of his life. A win here, and he could really get a major opportunity next. There's Marcos Vazquez. Is he as good as his record indicates? We are about to find out.
Ready?
And as far as yeah, I know where you're going.
And now with the trunks.
Boxing, as far as boxing trunks go, those are some of the best boxing trunks I've ever
I
seen.
love them. It looks like a cartoon.
So Marcos Vazquez in the white trunks. Steven So Cold Nelson needs to pull his britches up. Todd Grisham, Sergio Mora, Chris Mannix ringside. A cavalcade of stars throughout the night. Kate Abdo's here, Sean Porter, Ade Oladipo. The list goes on and on.
Love that counter punch already by So Cold Nelson, stepping back and catching the southpaw with a straight right hand, sweeping left hook. That punch going to be there the entire fight as long as it lasts. But I love the fact that I'm seeing so early in this first round.
Nice body shot left to the body from Vazquez.
Now, it's going to be a good fight, evenly matched. Both of them are, they're different type of fighters. You got more of a boxing-minded in Nelson, but he still has punch, and more of the fighting-minded Vazquez, but he does have good wily veteran tricks up his sleeve.
Vazquez coming off a 6-round decision win back in April. That was 124 days ago, so it should be pretty fresh.
Nice left hand by Vazquez. Just barely missed on Nelson, but that was a powerful left hand. And now he goes around the guard. Yeah, Vazquez knows what he's looking for. He's looking for that left hand. He threw 3 different types of left hands. Straight left hand, left hook, now a left uppercut. Smart fighter is Marcos Vazquez.
And he's wanting Nelson to come to him.
Yes, that's an excellent point, Todd. Good eye. But right now it's way too early. Nelson respects Vazquez way too much. He respects the counter, he respects the power. Both of them.
Some fighters prefer to go backwards.
Whenever you're filling out rounds like this, you want to see what the other guy's holding. This is where foot feints tell you the story. You got to start foot feinting. One of these guys needs to start, there you go. There's a nice little upper body movement and feint by Nelson. That will show you what the other guy's thinking, what your opponent's thinking. Getting him to bite on his offense.
That was a great counter right hand to the body from Steven Nelson.
Yeah, but it started out by Nelson dipping and using his defense, getting the body shots.
Trains in the same gym with Terrence Crawford under the tutelage of
La campana of the bell, gentlemen.
He's getting the best you can get in the preparation for this fight.
Time.
once you get there, like Red said, you got to get the head press, okay? Keep stepping, let's put wrong.
Ahora que vaya y salga este cabrón, güey. Vamos, sacamos los pinches dedos fuera.
Steven Nelson, not the most active fighter around, hasn't fought since last July. That was his only fight in 2023, and he only fought once in 2022, and didn't fight at all in 2021.
Oh, he's been on sort of the Terrence Crawford schedule in a way. He's been fighting on the Crawford undercards, and Crawford, even though he's been in some big fights over the last few years, has been relatively inactive on a once-a-year type of pace.
Good left to the body from Nelson. Vazquez holding his ground now. First round, he was constantly backpedaling.
Yeah, you can see that he's a lot more flat-footed, looking to land a hard counter shot on Nelson now.
Again downstairs from Nelson, and that seemed to affect Vazquez. Again there.
Another excellent counter punch.
I think he's hurt, Sergio. I think he's hurt to the body.
Nelson's a hell of a body puncher. He caught his attention that first round. Now he's really hurting him downstairs. They were good shots. I don't think he's hurt top, but they were good shots. Caught his attention. I love the fact that Nelson has good balance, good foundation. Even when he misses a shot, he doesn't step over his front foot. He stays in punching position. Good technique, good balance by Steven Nelson. See that? Look, he paused that jab. He throws that jab away just to get a reaction by Vazquez to sweep him with a hook. Vazquez ain't falling for it yet.
Yeah, I think Nelson's starting to create a little bit of uncertainty with Vazquez. You see that guard moving up and down. He's not exactly sure where those shots from Nelson are coming from.
Vazquez doesn't have as many knockouts as Nelson, but it looks like he hits harder, Sergio.
The sounds harder, but I like the cleaner accuracy of Nelson's punches. But yeah, you never know. You know, they sound thumpier, right? You can hear them from Vazquez. I would like to see.
I think it's just great acoustics in this arena. Every punch seems amplified.
Right now it is. It's quiet.
Wait till Eminem drops the beat.
So I like that feint right there by Vazquez. That's the first one I've seen from both men. Kind of dip down, try to get a reaction from Nelson. Nelson didn't give him one. Good shot.
Nice from Vazquez. Zurdo, the lefty, connecting. Nelson seemed to be winning the beginning of this round, the body work, but here comes Marcos.
I think for Nelson, you got to continue to be patient and keep investing in that body. Yeah, you know, he obviously has been feeling some of these early body shots. Keep going down there. It'll pay off if you get to the middle rounds.
Gentlemen.
Our co-main event of the evening, Jose Valenzuela and Pitbull Cruz. Sergio, what will that fight be like?
Look, I would love to predict a knockout, but I think Valenzuela's in excellent shape. He's ready for this fight. He has the experience. He has a great trainer in his corner, and Robert Garcia. It's going to be a hell of a fight. I think it goes a distance, but man, it could always end with Pitbull Cruz.
There's the body work, Sergio. And he just kept coming with it, Steven Nelson did. He dominated the first minute of the fight.
Yeah, like I said originally, you know, I think I caught that one probably hurt a little bit more. But the other two, there were two clean shots. And yeah, that takes it out of you. You win. I don't think it was quite hurt, but it caught his attention.
Hey, chingón pelea,
Round 3. Live from Los Angeles, California, as Riyadh season hits the United States for the first time ever with a mega card. And this is the second of our 2 prelims. Steven Nelson and Marcos Vazquez, both undefeated.
You know, for Nelson, he's got to start closing the distance a little bit better. This mid-range works better for Vazquez, able to stick that jab out. Fights more efficiently at this range. Nelson's better on the inside. He can throw those body shots. Talk about the inactivity of Nelson. He has been kind of a once-a-year guy, but for Vazquez, he did fight this past day. Before that, it was 2021 when he was back in the ring. So he's dealt with some inactivity issues of his own.
Nelson's a really good fighter. He has a good radar. Look at his eyes. They're always thinking. They're always open. And he doesn't have to step back to make you miss. You know, he ducks in to make you miss and makes you pay. Always hitting you.
And that sunshine is starting to creep into the ring a little bit. You wonder if that's going to affect things. Oh, nice. That split the guard. And Nelson back downstairs, trying to manipulate the guard, laying an uppercut. And down he goes. That might have been a headshot.
That's 7 foot, no knockdown. That was a bad call.
That is a bad
Watch your heads, guys.
That was a straight right hand. Look at Vazquez. He is hurt. That was a straight right hand.
Let's go. No knockdown.
Steven Nelson. That hurt Vazquez.
I agree, and I saw it.
Let's see if Nelson can finish him here if he's as hurt as we think he might be. Vazquez fighting for his life now.
Vazquez is not as hurt as he thought because he's coming back nicely.
But he's got blood pouring out of his nose now. And down he goes with a right hand. He's a bloody mess.
5, 6, 7, 8. ¿Quieres pelear? Camina allá. Hey, manos arriba. ¿Quieres pelear? Órale. Let's go.
You want to keep fighting? Walk over there. Hands up. Let's go.
Here it comes, Steven Nelson. Can he get his 16th professional knockout here in round 3? It's the biggest opportunity of his career.
Well, there's 2 knockdowns in this round. Only one got counted.
Good jab. Keep testing him with those jabs.
Vazquez trying to use offense for defense to keep Nelson away to survive this round.
Get off his head. Get out. No, that was a push down.
And that is a push down.
No knockdown.
And he makes it to the end of the round.
¿Estás bien?
A ver, voltea, levanta la cara, cabrón. Levanta la pinche cara, güey. Levanta la pinche cara. No pasa nada. ¿Cómo te sientes? ¿Bien? Ok. Es un pito. ¿Viste un pinche mal round, cabrón? Eso no define la pinche pelea. Quiero que se recupere bien, cabrón.
Look, I want you to,
Quiero que salga con los pinches daños, cabrón.
You're good,
Es un
let's
mendigo
go.
round malo nomás.
Come on.
Es un pinche round malo nomás.
It was just 2 hands that he landed, 2 punches.
Pinche round malo nomás. No pasa nada. Pásame la vaselina.
Give the Vaseline.
Ponte a moverte, güey. No pasó nada.
Nah, nothing happened. Let's go.
There it is, Chris. The referee calling it a headbutt. Couldn't really tell from that angle. Here we go. Let's see.
You see them coming together. Oh, this is the second knockdown, the cleaner of the 2 knockdowns.
There's a knockdown over there, too.
Okay. 2 knockdowns. Right here? Instant replay said there was 2 knockdowns. This was a knockdown.
All right, so they have instant replay in California, which is excellent because that is an excellent use of instant replay. There may have been a clash of heads that occurred between Nelson and Vazquez, but it was the straight right hand from Steven Nelson that caused the damage that put Vazquez down. So great job by the California Commission in getting that right.
So instead of a 10-8 round, Sergio, it will now be a 10-7 round for Nelson.
And great job, Mannix, catching that because I saw that right hand as well. It was a clean knockdown. 2 knockdowns. Good job by Ray Corona as well. By bringing it back.
And you even saw from that camera angle that we first looked at, you couldn't really tell. So Corona's view may have been blocked, but in the end, they get it right.
No, that's what I mean. As long as it got it right.
Either way, Marcus Vazquez has got to turn everything around quick, and he's doing his best.
That was a good combination there by Vazquez. I don't think Nelson respected it, though. You can see the hunger anger in Marco Vazquez's face when he got dropped. He got up. He was disappointed in himself. I mean, these are two undefeated fighters that don't know losing. They haven't tasted defeat.
Nelson on the inside, digging to the body. Vazquez obviously damaged goods, but all in all, he's looked pretty good in this round considering he got dropped twice in the third.
Yeah, good little body shot there from Vazquez that backed Nelson up momentarily, but now he's got him back pinned against the ropes.
Both these fighters are really excellent fighters, right? I mean, I like the patience in Nelson's offense. You know, he throws all the right shots. He doesn't hurry his punches. Everything comes from over and under, around the guard. All the punch selection is there. Excellent fighter, Steven Nelson.
And he's just bullying Vazquez against the ropes, whose foundation still doesn't look right.
Now there's a short left hook right there that shook Vazquez. Vazquez's legs are not under him.
And Nelson picking him apart on the inside. Vazquez trying to find that one big landing shot, but he can't. Nowhere for Vazquez to go. He's got to just stay in the trenches and claw his way out.
If Nelson can actually flurry, you know, concentrate more on speed than power, I think that will actually get Ray Corona to maybe even stop this fight. Or Vazquez's head bouncing around where it wouldn't be a good look.
We got blood spraying all over our announce table.
No pasa nada, Marcos. ¿Cómo te sientes?
How do you feel?
¿Cansado? Sí.
I'm tired. Are you tired? Yes.
Trabajamos mucho para estos pinches rounds, güey.
Come on, man. You got to stay sharp for these rounds.
Segundo aire.
Come on, get some air.
Nuestro segundo aire ahorita, cabrón.
You're going to get your second win right now.
Vamos
Don't
a empezar a
worry.
soltar un poquito más golpes, Marcos.
Come on, I need more punches, Marcos.
Toma la vaselina, güey.
Come on, give me the Vaseline.
Muy fuerte perro. Sí, güey. Ponte a boxear. Es que no tenías que estar fajando, güey. No te tienes que estar fajando, güey. Usted tiene que boxear. Tienes que
Just
estar boxeando.
steady pressure by Nelson, throwing away that right hook. See, he threw away that straight right hand, and this is what I mean by punch selection. Normally, a left hook will come around the guard, but not for So Cold. He threw that right hand and came under with the same right hand with the uppercut. Just very interesting, very unique combinations by So Cold Steven Nelson.
And I agree with you, Sergio. If Nelson takes a little bit of power off his punches and focuses more on volume, he's got a great chance to get a quick stoppage here.
Yeah, man, it's called shoe shining the guy. You know, Sugar Ray Leonard used to do that. A lot of fighters do that. They're not power. You concentrate on speed and just beating your opponent's head. Even though they're not landing really hard, they're really shaking them.
So far, this has been arguably Steve Nelson's best ever performance. And he's 36 years old. He's not getting any younger. Vazquez, a heavy hitter or heavy puncher. But Nelson, for the most part, has avoided the fire and delivered plenty of his own. That's knockout number 3, and I don't think he wants to continue.
I don't think there was much of an impactful punch. There it is.
And that is it. So Cold. Steven Nelson is 20-0.
I'm telling you right now, Steven Nelson beat down a tough, undefeated, determined Marcos Vazquez and made him resign. That was a beatdown. That was So Cold. I'm telling you right now.
And he did it in that outfit.
Oh my God.
Chris, are you going to be jumping online to the Steven Nelson Fan Zone gift shop to buy your own trunks like that?
I'm telling you, did they make that in a bathing suit? I'd probably wear that as a bathing suit.
I've never seen that. It's unique.
Our main event tonight. Crawford versus Madrimov as Bud tries to win in a 4th weight class. Meeting him there, one of the most gifted junior middleweights on the planet, Israel Madrimov. Who do you like? Buy it now on DAZN.
And look, beautiful uppercut from down there. You thought a right hand was coming, and that's what we didn't see from our angle, because it was a wrong angle for us, but it was a left uppercut that just pierced the bottom of the guard of Vazquez. It was just such a sharp shot that came under. It looked like that punch missed, but you can see that it tweaked the neck the opposite side, and those punches right there, they throw you out. Those are vicious shots.
And it wasn't an arm punch, Sergio. He got underneath him, almost lifted his shoulder up with that uppercut.
It looked like that Street Fighter all-you-can type uppercut.
Well, Sergio, what grade are you giving Steven Nelson?
Oh man, that was a solid performance against an undefeated solid opponent. Hey, let's give this man an A. A minus. Let's give him an A minus. Not a plus because of those trunks.
Yes, sir. Buena pelea, homie. Buena pelea.
All right, let's make it official. Thomas Triber has the numbers.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 50 seconds of round number 5. Your winner by way of knockout and still undefeated, Steve So Cold Nelson.
Thank you again, brother.
Yes, sir.